How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Mr. Smash Every Blazing Breaker, and I'm back with another episode of the Sit Down Show. Today, I am joined by another XCW superstar. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself to the people?
Hello, this is Mr. 187 Genocide.
All right, we're joined by Mr. 187 Genocide here today on this episode. I want you to go ahead and just talk a little bit about yourself. Where you're from. Just go ahead and give us a little backstory.
Wow, okay. Well, I'm from Indiana, just like where the rest of us are from, but if we go show-wise, I'm from Amityville, New York. Um, I've been doing this for 20 plus years. I've been doing this since the late 90s, since like I was 9, 10 years old. I've wrestled in just about every backyard company there is here in Shelbyville, Indiana. Started off in the SBW, Chevy Backyard Wrestling, then HCW, BYWE, and then lo and behold, March 2003, XCW was founded by me, Dylan Bostic, and Fletch.
All right. You are one of the
So,
founding members of XCW. I remember Fletch mentioning that to us. So that's what's up, man. Over 20 years. I got a few questions that'll kind of go over those past 20 years that you've been in the game. So let's go ahead and start with the questions I have here. First one I have is what or who made you want to get involved in the wrestling organization?
you mean like in the business in general?
Yes.
Uh, I've been watching wrestling since I was like 2, 3 years old. So like people like Sting and Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and all that stuff. People like that is like what made me want to get into the wrestling business to watch it, to do it from watching it and everything. So I've been a big fan all around.
And is your genocide character, is it modeled after a specific WWE character, or is it just somebody you created um, on your own?
It's when I first started when I was young, there was a couple of other group of guys that was wrestling with us. One of them was called Homicide, and the other one was called Suicide. So there was three of us, and the guy Suicide he stopped wrestling, and another guy he went by the name Homicide he changed his character completely, went to wrestling under his real name. So the only one left was Genocide, which was me, and from there on out I was just Genocide. I changed my name to Kurt Acid for a little bit in the BYWE days, like modeled after Kurt Angle or whatnot. But then Kurt Acid went away at Extreme King, I believe. Extreme King or Greed. No, it was Extreme King 2004. Kurt Acid went away, and then Genocide was born on Greed of 2004. And from then on out, it's just been Genocide.
All right. So you've done a couple different characters. Out of those few different characters that you've portrayed, which one has been your favorite?
Uh, the one that I do right now is Genocide. I've been Genocide since 2004 to now. I've modeled like I said, I've modeled my career of well, obviously, like we all do our different types of styles and everything. My style is more of a ground type style, like submissions and everything. I was a big fan of Dean Malenko and William Regal. So like I do like a lot of the submission holds in professional wrestling. So like any submission that they try to throw at me, I can get right out of it.
Oh, all right. All right. So next question I have here is which match and or opponent has been your greatest so far? Would you say?
Ooh, that's hard. That's hard.
And this could span over the 20 years, over different organizations. Uh,
Right. Uh, Oh, that's hard because I've had a lot of great matches with a lot of great people. Um, I would say out of all the matches I've ever done in my career, my most favorite one was Until the End 2016. And that was me, Die Hardcore Elite, and Brandon Hardcore Hobbs. It was our supposed to be our last. Up until that point, it was going to be the last show of all time for XCW. And then we fought out for the international title. But me and them two, we put on the greatest chemistry when it comes to a wrestling match, especially triple threat style.
Okay.
So not to take anything from everybody else that I wrestled, but it's just those two. That's I have the best chemistry with.
All right. So let me see what I have here. Uh, what is your favorite type of match and why?
Well, everybody would say I'm the submission match because I'm the king of submission. Um, so yeah, that would actually probably be my favorite match because, like I said, I can out wrench you, out move you, out submission you any day of the week.
Oh, and so I know that over in XCW you guys have created some match types of your own. Are there any matches that you guys have created that you were one of the first participants to be a part of?
Actually, you could say that. One of the first matches that we've ever done was a called a Pandora's Box,
Okay, I heard a little bit about that.
um, which is where it's a tag team match. Yeah, it's a tag team match where two teams are in it, and once a member of the team gets pinned, they go to a box for like 2 minutes, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, and once you come back out of that box, you bring a weapon with you into the fray to use. Now, what sucks though is like if you go to the box and then it's 2-on-1, and your partner's still in there too, and they get pinned, and the match is over. So you just got to pray that once that 2 minutes is up, you can get back in there with the weapons and try to stop from any pinfalls or submissions to happen. And there is another match that that's not been done anywhere else that I've seen, but I thought of, and we did a tag team Iron Man match,
Wow, tag team Iron
which
Man.
is back in Viewer's Choice. Oh, this is gonna 2015. Viewer's Choice 2015. It was me and LOL. We were the movement when LOL was still here against Fletch and Brandon Hardcore Hobbs, who was part of the royalty, and a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Wow.
Tag team wise, you would think it wouldn't be that bad, but it's grueling. It's grueling.
Okay. So what is? Let me see. I have one here. What is one of the things that you haven't done but you would like to do as a part of XEW?
Okay. Well, here's a funny story to that one. Everybody knows that Chris Jericho invented the Money in the Bank match for that other organization, the big one, the
The
WWE.
big one.
Yeah, I'm known every year at Halloween Havoc time as the Chris Jericho of that match because I've been in almost every Money in the Bank match and I've never won one.
Wow.
So that's something that's eluded me for quite some time.
Okay. So
So,
hey, let's push for genocide, Mr. Money in the Bank, y'all. So up next, this is a question that you probably I don't know if you've ever been asked, but have you ever been injured during a match, and if so, how?
I mean, I have, but nothing like really serious to where like I'm done and take some time off for. I mean, everybody gets injured, but they learn to dust themselves and get back up. So like I said, I learned how to do submission types and everything. So I've learned to stay away from protecting myself to avoid getting injured as much as possible.
And so, being that you guys are like a backyard wrestling organization, when somebody does get injured, or if it were to happen, what is the procedure behind getting them uh, medical assistance?
Well, that goes back to um, we haven't really had anything bad happen except for one. Oh no, the couple times where it has happened. Well, with the Halloween Havoc, where uh, Will Smith fell off the ladder and everything, he is straight on the ground.
I heard about
As
that.
soon as the match was straight up, we hurried up and got him out of there, got him straight to the hospital.
Okay.
And of course, probably heard about the story of Chris Jones when he almost lost his eye.
Yeah, I have heard about
Yeah,
that as well.
so like other than those two real big instances, nothing really big is in my memory has ever happened to where
So,
like it's
oh,
like death threatening injury.
okay. So I noticed, I do watch the product, and I noticed that there are a lot of bigger guys in XCW, including like Fletch, Venom, guys like that, Hayden Vex, big big guys. So how is it that you, being one of those bigger guys, like how do you maneuver yourself to be able to protect your opponent, but also be able to deliver how you want to deliver and not make it look not as realistic?
Um, See, well, I just I just do it to where I just do it as best as I can to where I when I first started and everything, like everything was all like not didn't look good, but over time with the training and everything, I've mastered the technique to where I can throw you off and I can hit you and take you down and everything to where like I can do it real smooth to where it's like they're landing on pillows when I touch them.
Okay. All right.
So
So another question I have here, and then we're probably gonna go ahead and take a commercial break. Is do you prefer to play a babyface or a heel character?
I know what some other people would say. Some other people would say heel. Um, uh, to me, I've done this for so long that I've played both. So it doesn't really. If I had to pick, I like playing heel because I can get under people's skin per se to get them riled up.
Okay, and so
So
when oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, run.
I was gonna say when you do make a different, a switch over from a babyface to a heel, what do the people what are some of the changes that are made to your character to distinguish, the heel character from the babyface character?
Like the last. Well, I'm more sadistic to per se. Well, the last time I was a heel though, I was more of a chicken per
Okay.
se because I was feeding Fletch. That was when we finally had our big body bag match going into Summer Mania. Um, but most of the time, like right now, I'm a baby face, so I'm all about the crowd and being on their side and everything and trying to do the right thing. But once I turn heel, I can be a totally different person with as much knowledge and experience as I got. I know how to I know how to take it out.
And I asked, I'm not sure who I asked this, maybe Fletch or maybe it was Chris Jones, but I asked one of them about the merchandise situation, about a lot of you guys not having merchandise, and I noticed that you're one guy who actually does, wear your name on your shirt and stuff like that. So is there somewhere where we can find your like Genocide T-shirts for sale and stuff?
No, we were actually at one point, over the years, we had looked into trying to do that to where we could actually start buying shirts to sell. But there's not really. We've actually even sent out messages to people of like, hey, if we do this, shirts or whatnot, and everything else, and like we didn't really have a lot of feelers.
Uh,
So I at one point would like to start doing merchandise sales myself. I just gotta, get out there and try to get these people, get the marketing ploy
yeah, I
to where I
feel
can
you.
get them out there.
I have a lot of merchandise myself, but it doesn't really sell. So even if you have the idea, it's not always, gonna people don't always catch it or whatever. But
Right.
I think I have a couple more questions for you. But before we get into these questions, I'm gonna go ahead and run a couple quick commercials. So you guys stay tuned.
Mr. Smash every blazing record. Mr. Smash every blazing record. Mr. Smash every blazing record. Mr. Smash. Hey, hey, G-Lo. Now, if you're watching this on Roku, I want y'all to say it with me.
Was still dirty as fuck, yeah. Still dirty as fuck. And you fucking rappers still suck. Better luck doing the duck lip pose and getting likes for those. I'm Michael's Disco. I'm Michael's Disco, baby. I make the girls go crazy. Oh, oh.
Like a preacher, game so strong, got a soda P to a teacher. Coaches wanna buy a bag, it's melted in the bleachers. We both smoking cookies, but I swear this shit ain't equal. Bankroll, bankroll, yeah, go and get that. Bankroll, bankroll, yeah, go and get that. Bankroll, bankrolls and getting likes for those instead of videos or flows. Cause Lord knows you ain't making it to the pros. I stopped snorting coke and my nose stopped bleeding. I stopped smoking weed, but then came the weekend. Good thing I never stopped drinking. State to state, I'm the product of hate, neglect, and procrastinate. Imagine if the crew was allowed to witness so hot I can't stop. I'ma keep it going. Girl, you know you always been up on my mind and printed up in my brain, projected right through my eyes. I'm watching you dancing, every single move gon' hypnotize. I'm spreading all of your legs and I'm lifting you till you fly. You been running through my mind, baby. You been running.
All right, you guys, we're back. Back with Genocide of Xcw. I had a couple more questions for you, and then we're gonna get into a small game that I like to play with you guys over at Xcw. So I know that you guys shoot the shows on a pre-tape schedule, and then it's all edited together and stuff. So I mean, and that's due to like weather issues, I'm pretty sure, and just timing issues with everybody being able to get together at the same time. But
Mhm.
has there ever been a time where you missed a show, or anybody that you can recall may have missed a show, resulting in their push not being, or resulting in their push being stripped away from them?
Um, well, when I first started, we started the reason why XW started is because wanted to give everybody a fair shake. Um, unlike other backyard wrestling companies that I was a part of, didn't want to give the people a fair shake, and that's it's all we're about is fairness and everything. You come in, you do everything we ask for you to do, and everything you can be built up to the very best, especially being like the world champion and everything. Because when you get in the wrestling business, everybody starts to be the world champion.
Yes, sir.
Off and on, I was a little stupid when I was younger that I was in off and on in the show, and so I wasn't really I was around, but I wasn't around type of thing. But there's there hasn't really been a non-consistency of people as of late. With people missing, like people like if something happens where like somebody's not in the show, we there's an understanding. Like they let us know ahead of time, and then we understand what's going on, to where we know why they're not in the show. So it's like so gets written around.
Okay.
So
So you mentioned earlier that you were one of the founding creators of XCW, and also Fletch mentioned this to me. But now that you're really I watch the product and I see you mainly as a in-ring competitor. So do you still have like a major influence on the product, or are you just doing your thing in the ring?
I mainly just do my thing in the ring. Every now and again, I will. I like there's writers and everything else and everything. Sometimes I'll just throw my ideas out there. Sometimes I do, and if it gets thrown in there, just say, "Hey, go for it." If not, then that's fine. Um, I, I also try to help out when it comes to. I'm not saying I'm the best at this, but even though I should, even though as long as I've done this, I try to not only try to help out the show in any way as possible, especially when there is training. Even though I'm not one of the trainers, if there is questions that people need to ask, I'm there to for you to ask me because I can pass on knowledge to you of what I do know. And there's times that I've seen people in there try to do stuff, and I try to help them out, and they actually have gotten a lot better of what to do. Like Brogan O'Shea, um, he said that said he was the absolute shits when he first started,
Yeah.
and he's not lying. He was, but not only was his first match against Fletch, who helped him out to get better on a ground zero that we did. His first feud was me, so he actually got a lot better after he feuded me because I actually brought out his character, actually showed him how to actually, when it comes to actually put on wrestling matches and actually do them the right way. And he took the knowledge from Fletch and I and went on to do the bigger, better things that that he did last year, which was his and Brady Branson and Evan Phoenix's year.
Hmm.
So as long as I've done this for 20 some years, and I see all these new guys coming in, I'm kind of trying to help them get up to our level. That way they can be the stars of tomorrow.
All
I've
right.
done this for so long that I don't need to be the big star of the main events anymore. Like it's time for the young guys to come up. I'm fine doing my lower mid card and low stuff. It's time for the young guys to come up.
All right. You're right about that. So I think I have one more question here, and that is if you have one or if you could think of one, what is your Mount Rushmore of XCW currently?
um, See,
And when I
if you take everybody that's in the show, I don't. Even though I call myself the best wrestler of all time, the best wrestler ever, I say that, but I just do that to get myself up. But I know Chris Jones will be on the Mount Rushmore. Fletch, Corley, and I'm not trying to give myself a pat on the back here, but I will throw myself on there because of how long I've been doing this. So I say us four are the top four of the Mount Rushmore.
All right, I respect that. So before we get up out of here, I think that's gonna do it with the questions. But like I said, I like to play a game with you guys over there at XCW just to kind of jog your memory a little bit. So I went to your website, I've done some research, and we're going to play a little game here. So let me take this down and put this up. And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions concerning some matches that you participated in, and if you give me the correct answer on who came out on top, you'll receive a point. If you give the incorrect answer, you'll get a mark on the other spot. We're not playing to
Okay.
win prizes or anything like that, but just to have a little bit of fun. So, first one I have here is XCW October 10th, 2004. This isn't a this isn't a show that went by any specific name. But we had yourself versus DTC. Who came out?
That was me.
Yes, sir. All right. Do you see a mark up there on your screen?
I do.
Okay, it was supposed to make an effect, but the noise didn't go off. Anyways, Um, Next one we have XCW No Limits, April 2nd, 2005. We had Fletch and Cynical versus yourself and DTC.
Oh God, that's a long time ago. Um, I want to say me and DTC went over.
Incorrect. It
Okay,
was Fletch and Cynical. Did
all
you?
right.
Was there a mark that went up on the other side? On the other side?
Yes, yeah, it
All right.
was.
I can't see because I'm using this little 7-inch monitor and I'm standing way back here at my green screen, so I can't ever see my screen. So just making sure that everything's going up there. But the next one I
You're
have
fine.
here is XCW Summer Mania 3, August 27, 2005. It was a triple threat match, I believe. Zero versus yourself and Dark Slayer.
Oh God. Um, God. Oh God. I want to say I won that match. I could be wrong.
That your final answer?
Yeah, I'll say I went over.
Incorrect. Zero actually
Okay.
went over.
All right.
All right, you're what one for three. All right, your next one is XCW Sin, May 8th, 2010. It was a match between yourself and Deacon Gurkey.
I went over on Deacon Gurkey.
Incorrect again. That one actually ended in a
Wow.
no contest. And so the
See,
final one we have here. Did you wanted to say something about that one?
no, no. I was just going to say, it shows that I've done this for so long
Yeah, you have.
that my knowledge is not very, very good when it comes to the old stuff.
Hey, good thing you guys always have the website up. You know, you guys can always go back and check it out, even if you need it for yourself. Uh, but
You're right.
the last one we have here is XCW Implosion, September 26, 2020. This one's a little bit more current. Yourself versus Void.
Ah, boy. I okay. I remember that one. I I should because it's very recent. I did go over on that one. I did win.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
You did win that one. So you answered two out of three or 2 out of 5
Yes.
correctly. But like I said, we
Two
weren't
out of
playing
five.
for any prizes or anything. Just have a little bit of fun. I'm not sure who did who. I know Brogan, he got 5 for 5. I think I played with Chris Jones. I'm not sure how many he got, and I'm not sure how many Fletch got. But this is just something that you guys could, go back around to each other and be like, hey, I got more than you or whatever. Just a little inside joke or something, But if there is there anything that you would like to say, anybody you want to shout out or anything that you want to plug before we get out of here?
Just check out XCW. Check us every 2 weeks for the new shows that we put up on every Thursday before we have our actual shows. Our last show we just did was amazing, so be ready to look out for that one and post in a few weeks. I also want to give a shout out. I also do want to plug something. I also do a podcast myself, so it's called the Down the Middle podcast. So if you guys want to check that out, go to youtube.com/Arete Media, Arete Media. Check it out on there and give some subs on there because we got a little company. We just did an episode last Sunday and have a little bet on there. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, I can chop my co-host for the next episode.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I was gonna
So
actually ask you about that, about your to mention your podcast because I'd seen a couple of episodes.
okay.
Yeah, but go ahead. Anything else?
No, that's about it. Like I said, just go ahead and check us out on Down the Middle, and check out keep supporting XCW. It means a lot to us. Grady, yourself, you mean a lot for supporting XCW. Thank you for that. I'm happy for as long as we've done XCW from 2003 to now. I am very proud of the product, of the current product, of what it's at to date at this very moment. I'm proud of all the men, the women, everybody that puts XCW on the map, and everybody who works in the show, on screen, behind the screen, everything. I'm proud of everybody.
All right.
So I thank everybody that watched it, all the fans all around the world. Thank you for making XCW what it is.
All right. Yeah. I watch you guys' product. Like I said, I've checked out your Down the Middle podcast a couple of times. I watched all the side shows like Men of Honor. I know you guys have a new show that you replaced Recall with. I forget the name of it, but I actually checked out the first episode of that. I'm always going to be checking out you guys' content. I'll hopefully be able to catch up with more of you guys. I was supposed to have DJ Walbert on here a while back. I believe he was undergoing some surgery, and after that, he was supposed to get back to me. But I know you guys are busy, so I'm not really, looking to rush anybody. But hopefully, we can make that happen with DJ Walbert and a couple of the other guys from the XCW roster. I want to thank you personally for, even reaching out to me to do this interview. Like I said, I hit you up a few days ago. We were supposed to do this, but kind of a family situation came up. I've been going through some things myself, but I'm kind of trying to come out of that. So I appreciate you just for helping me come out of what I'm going through. Just sitting here talking to you is like taking my mind off of that situation. So I appreciate you, and I'll be looking out for the next episode of XCW. You guys go and check them out on YouTube. XC Wrestling 1, is it?
Yes.
All right, XC Wrestling 1. You guys can find their website. Just Google search XCW. It's a little bit easier for me that way, but you can find
Well,
everything.
XCW Chevy.
Oh, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say XCW Chevyville, and then you can find us there.
Yeah, XCW Shelbyville, and you'll find everything. But if that's going to do it for you, that's going to do it for me. I thank you for playing my little game here. Thank you for taking the time to do this with me. And I'll catch up with you guys hopefully pretty soon. This is your boy, Mr. Smash Every Blazing Record. That's Genocide from XCW. You guys check out their product, and we will see you guys on another episode. Have a great night.